Hi everyone, I'm Dave, and tonight I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I do for work and show you a simple salad dressing that you can make. A really wonderful recipe, something simple, and actually is probably a lot healthier than what you're going to get in the grocery store. And I'm going to teach you a couple of cooking tricks along the way that I've learned over the years. My position, I'm a food program supervisor. I work at a nonprofit. And one of my philosophies is garbage in, garbage out. So a lot of the people that we work with are older, they have type 2 diabetes, they have mental health issues, and some of them have addictions issues. And I do train people with mental health and addictions issues how to cook food and hopefully get some work outside of, sitting at home, help out with their lives. So tonight we're going to make a basic vinaigrette dressing. And I'm going to give you a few hints that you can liven that up a little bit. But we're going to start very basically. Our ingredients tonight are olive oil, balsamic vinegar, some dill, some oregano, and some Parmesan cheese. And you're asking, why Parmesan cheese? Not only because it tastes good, but Parmesan cheese is what we call in the chemical world an emulsifier, okay? And often it's hard to get watery liquids and oil to mix together. So that's going to help us to mix the two together. Now, most vinaigrettes you don't need to do this, but some of them you do. So we're going to start off, really important that you need to know is the ratios. So we're using an extra virgin olive oil, good stuff. And we're going to use, I'm going to call this a faux balsamic vinaigrette, even though it does have some red wine vinegar in it, but it has a few extra things in there, such as white vinegar. They're making it cheaper. And then we're just going to use some dried herbs, some oregano, and some dill. And the really important thing about having all of these ingredients is you really want to add lots of flavor to your food. And if you can hit up all four of what our palate likes, so our palate likes sweet stuff, don't deny it. Our palate likes sour stuff, depending on who you are. And of course, our palate likes salty stuff. And last, of course, it likes that oily texture that we get from olive oil. So we're going to mix all of those together tonight. And I want you to watch as we mix those together. Remember, the seasoning. So you can use up any seasoning that you want. But remember that we're going to use the magic ratio, or what I call the magic ratio of baking and cooking. And that's 3 to 1. So we're going to use 3 parts olive oil and 1 part balsamic vinegar. And I just want to point out, as I was saying, the store-bought ingredients. So I know that we're using a little bit more than 5 ingredients, but I would say we're using about 9 ingredients compared to what we've got on the back of this bottle here. And this is a store-bought one. The store-bought one on sale, maybe you can get it for $1.99 Canadian. I doubt it these days. The usual price is $3.49 to $3.99 for a bottle of this. With everything that I've shown you here, we're looking at about $20. So it's about $8 for the olive oil, $8 for the balsamic vinegar. And you're not going to use all of this in your salad dressing because I'm going to show you how to do it for one person tonight. And you learn how to expand it out for more people. Parmesan cheese, and this isn't the best. I usually like to get the blocks in the grocery store, but this is what I had available tonight. And let's go ahead and take a look. So if there's any recipes or, things that you want to know how to cook, please make sure that you leave a comment below in this post or any of my other recipe posts that I'll be putting up on Wednesday nights. And I'll try to, create it for you or show you how to create it and make it, if I can, right now, something that's we've got our dressing stuff. So I've got all my ingredients here. I've got the I'm going to use Parmesan cheese as my emulsifier tonight. Of course, I got the balsamic vinegar. I got some nice olive oil, and then I'm gonna add my 2 seasonings. I'm gonna start with adding my seasoning. So, you know, I don't usually measure a lot. I'm gonna do a bit of measuring because I wanna show you the secret ratio to baking and cooking that all people should know for most recipes, and you can always adjust them out. So we put some nice dill seed in there. That's gonna give it a nice sweet flavor. We're gonna put some oregano in there, so that's gonna give us a bit of a bitter flavor. We're not gonna quite get all of the flavors that we want, but we're gonna get quite a bit here. Okay, so I've added those 2. Next, we're gonna add in our balsamic vinegar. So the vinegar, which is gonna give us the sour flavor, which our taste buds love. And as you notice, I'm not worried that a couple of milliliters off, but you know, I've added 1 tablespoon. Okay, and I'm doing this on purpose, you know, because we're gonna show you it being poured on top of the salad that I've created for myself tonight for my lunch. So here's, remember the magic ratio, 3 to 1, 3 oil to 1 vinegar. Okay, we're gonna mix that up. I've added lots of seasoning because I love herbs in my you know, the flavors that you get from dill and oregano and whatever I make. You know, I love to have lots of seasoning in there. Okay, so this is gonna make a great dressing. As you can see, actually, it's done a pretty good job of actually mixing up there. You know, you would think that the oil and the vinegar aren't going to get, but we're gonna add some of our emulsifier. We're not gonna add a ton. As I said, you can add however much you want. I'm not adding salt tonight because I'm using this Parmesan cheese. And I'm using a brand that is actual Parmesan cheese, so it's not full of a lot of chemicals other than what's in cheese. We're gonna mix that up. As you can see, we're getting a nice mix on it. It's coming together. You know, it's not gonna come together as well as if we added liquid mustard and things like that, but look at less than a minute. And I'm talking and giving you a demonstration. It'd be a lot quicker actually if I was you know, doing this without trying to shoot some video. That actually looks so wonderful. I'm waiting for my lunch tonight. By the way, I'm working a night shift. Okay, so that's our finished product over there, and that's the delicious salad I'm gonna add on it. So as you notice in my salad, just as a health point of view, we really want to try to switch up the colors. Because I'm not going to be having any carbs with my lunch, I do want to fill up on protein. So this recipe is also going to go up on my new channel, which will be coming in December 11th, which is traveling with diabetes. But I'm going to do lots of different things about living with type 1 diabetes and some of the things that I try to do to live a healthy lifestyle. Not any promises there that it's always the healthiest lifestyle. But, you know, that salad looks really, really good. So I'm just mixing a little bit of pepper on that. You know, that salad's looking really good. And then this homemade dressing, you know, and you might want to add some sweetness to it if you're just using a regular vinegar, because people really, really love to have, you know, all of those 4 flavors together. So salt, sweetness, sourness, you know, they really like that. So we got some nice pepper on there, and we're going to pour our salad dressing, you know, and remember, you know, we were talking about, you know, the carbohydrates in our salad dressing that we bought from the store. So you can see I got all nice stuff. I'm going to mix it up, you know, because I want to get all my flavors going. So I've got some, and we're going to do some videos about this later, but I got some nice pickled vegetables in there. Olives. It would really be nice if I had some fresh olives from Italy, but they're hard to find here in Toronto. But as you can see, that's an awesome looking salad. And I'm sure that any of you would be happy to try it if you like eating salad. I'm just trying to get you to realize that you really can do a lot of things a lot cheaper and a lot healthier at home if you do it from scratch. I'm going to tell you, with that mixture of the pickled vegetables, the egg, the lettuce. Absolutely delicious. Have a good one.